Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard
line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Jackson. He gets this one to Boyd. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But it'll be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
I'm going to run you off. 198. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 198. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. I hope you brought your left leg.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his man, Boyd. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
Ready, set. Hey, watch your legs. Right, Roger. You got 3 down. Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, you.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check, check. Lucky.
Here's Grant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They're going to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Easy.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
That's another Steelers 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Like 20. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Jack 16, 44.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hatch it, hatch it.
Jackson from the shotgun. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And taken right on the 30. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Check 55, the world. Let's go, hey, alert, 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 alert. Buzz, buzz.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Steelers 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
On 1st down, Grant. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Right there in the middle, 55. I don't think you got it, son. Switch, switch, switch. These two. I need one over here. 22, 44. Hey, Delta. Back 55. Back 57.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
It's now 3rd and 7.
Black 80. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Run for Pollard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Jackson operating from the gun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the curl. 44. Let's go.
Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play. First down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Roethlisberger now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is Grant. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down now, it's Grant, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Corey Grant, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Pollard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. He completes it to Boyd. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll run on first down. Pollard, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That's complete to his running back, Grant. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They will run with Grant. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Who's 30? You good? Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Double bump. Hey, Charlie. 50 seconds.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hey, Alpha. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Army. Out. Monday. Heat these two.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Jackson now, throwing again. Finds his tight end Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Bengals.
Come on, set. 15 on it. 15 on it. Eat. All you get over here.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check three. Check three. Check three. One, three.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. That's complete right around the 8. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. Now this throw, it's complete. It's Moncrief with it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Hey, exit.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's go, D. Watch safety creep. Watch safety. Hey, Haywood.
Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. They'll try the left side. Grant. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Mike, 57. Go. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. I got it. 57.
Now Roethlisberger. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Mark 55! Mark 55!
Crunch time, defense.
Hey, check right.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to loft one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a three-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. They'll try the left side. It's Grant. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Black 30. Alert, alert. Mike, 55. Hey, orbit. Ready, black.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on first and 10. Now Pollard. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Second and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
On second and 11 now. Jackson, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Forced out to his left. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Braxton Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Steelers 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Grant. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Pick me up. Here we go. Shit. Mike 55.
On second down and 4, Roethlisberger. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here we are.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
55. No spacing. Mike 55. Mike 55. Bring it.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Going to run again here with Pollard. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Bud Dupree in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, high 7.
Got to do better.
So here we go on 4th. Hill. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He gets this one to Boyd. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Bengals.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Right back to him on 1st down. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now there's the timeout signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. And his kick is indeed good. and that will tie us at 24 all. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger will hand a counter, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
On 3rd down, it's Grant, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Let's go, baby.
At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
Easy.
First throw in overtime now for Roethlisberger. There he goes, left side. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now here's Pollard, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd, have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
60 Pittsburgh.
Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome of the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.